Thanks everybody for coming to Debate That False Society. We now have our first debate of 2025, right? We got Bonnie Tate versus Yashar Yao. We got a 1-0 champion versus a 4-0 champion, right? We're really happy to have everybody here, all of our judges, our timekeepers. We're going to do a little bit something different though with our fact checking, because y'all not going to be arguing each other down. Like, we just can't have it. We're going to go over these rules and you all are going to be understanding what
easy
they
though.
mean. Yeah, we're not doing the fact checking like how we were doing it before, because y'all was doing too much. And y'all wanted to argue with the fact checkers, and the fact checkers were doing debates for you all. And we don't want that, okay? We don't want that. We want you all to prove your information. So, you know, we got all of our administrators here on the panel now. Let's get this party on and popping, because I'm ready to get it done. We have waiting and waiting and waiting for this debate. Let's get it started. So you guys know how this goes, because you're not new to Debate That False Society. So you all know that you have a opening statement, and your opening statement is 6 minutes. You all will have a first round apiece, which is 8 minutes. Okay. And then you will have your rebuttal for 6 minutes, right? Bigo has been acting crazy lately, so we are not able to do any tallying and polls and posting things up in the chat anymore. So we're going to have to go back to the old school way, and that's where you all just put a 1 or 2 in the chat. So I would really appreciate y'all participation for y'all that's in the audience, while we just go through this round by round. So then on the second round, you all will have another 8 minutes and then a 6-minute rebuttal. Okay. And then we will have your closing statements, which will be 8 minutes apiece. And then we'll have question and answer round from each debater, 4 questions apiece as per usual, right? And then we're going to have our questions from the audience. That'll be 200 beans apiece to come up. Whatever the 2 participants decide on how many questions they want to answer of you guys, they'll put that out there. Bonnie, Tay, Yashar, how many questions would you all like to answer from the people?
As many as can be answered. As many as can be answered. I'm good with.
Okay, Yashar, what about you? Shalom, Boss Bling.
I'll take 4.
Okay, all right. So he said he'll take 4, and hopefully we are going to make sure that we have plenty of, plenty of questions from you guys, because I'm pretty much sure that the consensus of the world has an understanding, and they're going to have a lot of questions, especially from you, Yashar, and also from Bonnie Tay. So let's get it on and let's get it cracking. Moderator, Awaria is moderating tonight. Strong Palm, are you ready with the time? Strong Palm is also still going to be the co-host, right? It's not a thing.
And the only reason why I said 4 kids is because I'm looking at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any other questions outside of the 4, you can address it, Club Yashar.
Absolutely. Because after the debate, we will be having Club Yashar. Ali is our Club Yashar host, and we will be transferring live after the debate and after the question and answer over to them. Ali, tell us the rules real quick on Club Yashar, so we can get that on and popping about, what we taxing, what we doing over there.
So Club Yashar is where we come to the club to discuss what happened during the debate, where everything you wanted to say to somebody in the comments even, or a debater, get your questions off, or just chill in the club and just kick it and talk. Just come over to Club Yashar. Now, normally it's no cussing, but Club Yashar got some new rules where it's 100 beans to get up, because that's also the pay that you would say that you would have to cuss. So if you pay 100 to get in the club, don't even worry about it. You can cuss all you want. Say F, mother F or B, son of a, whatever you want to say. It's on you because you paid to get in the club. So if you want to come through the club, just kick it and get all your thoughts out about the debate. Club Yasharal will open. Will be open.
Yeah. What's going on? What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all get y'all stuff together so y'all can go on and get over to Club Yasharal. I have to grab my notebook because I need to take notes on this because I am just absolutely so ready for this debate. Strong Palm, are you ready?
And I was born ready, and I was
You was
already
born
on fish
ready.
and spaghetti.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get it.
let's get it. All right, so according to the Bible, according to the Bible, do salvations receive do Gentiles receive salvation? And that is the debate tonight. So, Bonite, you have the affirmative, right? Because you say that they do, right? Right?
100%. 100%.
100%?
100%.
All right, all right.
Yep.
Okay, so that means you gotta go. All of my other administrators, are you all ready to go with y'all notes, taking notes and everything, so we can get this party started?
So,
As soon as
clarification. How many? What's my introduction? How much do I have?
you ain't hear me when I said all of that.
No, I did. I
Six
did. I
minutes.
decided
You got
6 minutes. Okay.
minutes.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
That's
got
enough
six
time.
minutes.
That's enough time to cook.
It should be. You got 6 minutes for your introduction or your opening statement. You got 8 minutes for your first round, 6 minutes for the rebuttal for the two of you. All right. So make sure that you all do know that. Also, wait a minute, real quick. Y'all know who you all are judged again. We have judges. They will be filling out all of the information. Please make sure you all substantiate your claims and your points. If you all have PowerPoint presentations, you are allowed to share the screen. Anything else that you need to, you can share the screen. And for my people, you all can tap the box and make it big so that you all can see him across the full screen. If you all need to. Again, this time, and from going forward, our fact checkers is, oh, wow, that's another crazy thing. We do not have the little dino emoji, right? So with the fact checking situation, if you are upset or you don't like something, just go ahead and throw this little angry up there. Yeah, he's mad. So be mad about it. But between you and our other participant, what you all will be doing is bringing out any information to disprove or to prove that whatever source that you heard being brought out during the question and answer round only, you all will have to bring that out yourselves. So if you see that there was a fact, please appeal to the moderator, which is a warrior, appeal to the moderator that you all say, hey, yeah, that's some BS. Like we calling cap, like there's a still flag on the play, but you all will be the ones to prove or disprove the information. You all will have the same amount of time. So you all have the same amount of time. It's 2 minutes to bring out the information to disprove it. It will not stop. Matter of fact, we're going to make it 3 minutes. We're going to make it 3 minutes because I need for you all to bring a source. You must bring a source to disprove information on a fact check. You all are going to do your own fact checking from now on because y'all not going to drive my people crazy at all because y'all was going to send people blood pressure sky up the roof and we're not going to do that. So remember the little
Israel
angry
already got high
emoji.
blood pressure.
Man, people already got high blood pressure. We're not trying to go through that with y'all straight up. So with that being said, that's the new fact checker rule. You all know that your original motion must not shift. Please, all of your statements should be supported by evidence or reasons to support. Facts must be presented to be accurate. Again, you all are allowed a reader, but it doesn't seem like you guys have readers, so you all should be good with that. No new points during the rebuttals, and guess what? Whomever walks away first is a loser. loser. Okay, you're a loser. Thanks, Psalms, because it was kind of crazy going on around here. So if anybody has any questions, please do. If any of Debate.com Society has any questions, please send it to me in the Discord. In the Discord, not across the stage. So again, make sure you appeal to the moderators. Awaria, are you there? I hope, matter of fact, I could have sworn that this Vikings game was over with.
I'm here. No, it's not over, but I'm here. I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I'm listening.
You paying attention? Okay. All right. Because you know he was finna go psycho
Don't you
because the
mess around and get
Vikings
no
is
purple
playing.
jacket now.
Okay. Look, I'm in purple. Is y'all mad? Okay. So anyway, with that being said, timekeeper, strong prime, co-host, what you got? You ready? Because I'm ready.
Hey, and I'm not gonna keep it up
Mhm.
the whole time. I'm gonna keep it at the beginning, and I'll give you 1 minute. We start with 6, right?
Yep. We're starting off with 6 minutes for the opening statement. Absolutely. So, with that being said, guys, Bonita, you have the affirmative. Whenever you start talking, it is on you. Bonita, are you there?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm here.
So, whenever you
All
start talking,
right.
you're going to push that button.
All right. Let
Let's
me
go.
get on. All right. So I'm ready. So I want to deal with first because I know this is what my opponent is going to do, but I want to deal with the word Gentile first because this is going to help us understand the whole premise of this whole debate. Now, the word Gentile, according to all the sources that I can find, sources that are available, um, Wikipedia, not a Gentile is somebody that is not a Jew. Merriam-Webster, a Gentile is a person that is not a Jew. Cambridge University, a Gentile is a person that is not a Jew. Jewish Encyclopedia, a Gentile is a person that is not a Jew. Collins Dictionary, a Gentile is not a person that's not a Jew. I have a whole list. I can keep on going, but there's no need for me to waste time on that. So we've already established that it will be my opponent's side to have to prove to me, according to facts and data, that a Gentile is a Jew. Now I already cited my sources. So now since we understand that a Gentile is not a Jew, now we can go and into the scriptures and find out. Let's deal with the Old Testament first, because this is where my opponent is. I know is gonna go first because he loves it. The New Testament is what I love too. So I'm gonna go to Old Testament real quick and just touch a little bit and just go to the scriptures. Yeah, Deuteronomy 32 verse 21 says, "They have made me to jealousy by which is not God, and angered me with worthless idols." It's talking about the Israelites, the context. "I will make them envious by those who are not a people, who are not a people, and I will anger them by a foolish nation." So this will be a question, but it's a question to my opponent as I'm still making my point here, that he will make them to jealous a foolish nation. That is a nation that is definitely not Israel, right? It's definitely not an Israel nation. It's a nation that is not Israel. That's the whole point. You make them jealous. Isaiah 49, verse 6 says, "I will make you a light to the Gentiles." Now, we've already established what is a Gentile. It's a non-Jew. Isaiah is saying that God is going to make him he's going to make him a light to the Gentiles, that my salvation may reach the ends of the earth. So God's salvation is going to reach the ends of the earth. So it will be a light. Psalms 67 verse 1 says, "May God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face shine upon us, so that his ways may be known on the earth, your salvation among all nations." So this is what I'm going. All nations, every people. This is what we'll see in all through the scriptures. Psalm 72 verse 17. "May his name endure forever. May it continue as long as the sun. All nations will be blessed through him, and I will call him blessed." It's talking about Jesus, right? It's talking about Jesus, and we'll see in the new in the Old Testament that's what it's talking about. This verse is tied to Daniel 17. It says, "I will keep looking in the line of visions. Behold, at the clouds and the heavens, one like the Son of Man coming, and he will come to the Ancient of Days and will present before him, and he will make his dominion and his glory and kingdom known, that all peoples, what? All peoples, we have not seen that well. It says all peoples, nations, and men of every tongue might serve him. This is very, very clear. My opponent will have to deal with these verses. Every nation, every tongue, every people. He's gonna have to deal with these verses in the Old Testament. Now let's go to the New Testament. See, this question about salvation has already it's already been dealt with by the Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul has already dealt with this. I'm gonna read Acts 15 real quick. Acts 15 says, Acts 15:15. It says, certain people came down from Judea and Antioch and were teaching believers, unless you're circumcised according to the customs of Moses, you cannot be saved. Isn't this our debate, brothers and sisters? This is literally our debate. And let's see what the conclusion of this whole thing is, because this has already been dealt with, and my opponent is going to have to deal with the conclusion that came by the apostles and by the pillars of the church. Now let's go. It says 15. Acts 15 verse 2. It says this. This brought Paul and Barnabas into sharp dispute and debate with them, so that Paul and Barnabas were appointed along with the believers to go up to Jerusalem and apostles about this question, right? Right. So now let's see what the conclusion is. When they were finished, it says James spoke up and says, brothers and sisters, listen to me. Simon had described how God at the first intervened to the people by his name from the Gentiles, which were non-Jews. We already know the definition of what Gentiles. The word spoken by the prophets in disagreement that is written, after this I'll return and rebuild David's fallen tent, it ruins, and I'll rebuild and I'll restore it, that all mankind may seek the Lord, even all the Gentiles who bear my name. This is literally what it's talking about. The Gentiles will receive salvation, which were non-Jews. It's very, very clear. I think how many seconds? I have 5 seconds.
That's time.
So that's time right there. Okay, thank you.
All right, Boniface, thank you so much. Right, Boniface, before you go off mute or go back down, before you start, can you do a lot of people a favor and well, I'm gonna say this. Um, we need you to speak a teeny bit slower, at least when you are giving the scriptures that you are quoting, because you went kind of fast. So I would like for you to either tell us, or you can put it in the chat of all the verses that you gave to us through the right now during your opening statement, because you did say them kind of fast, and yeah, especially the Old Testament ones. So that was a request.
In the order that he gave them, please, Kiss. In the order that he gave them, please.
In the order that you gave them. So he should have that, right? Boniface, you good?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You can drop those in the comments and we can continue going while Yashar has his screen up. Strong Palm, you ready with it? What's happening?
I'm ready.
Cool. Well, Warrior, you still there? Did they score a touchdown yet?
Yeah, they're about to go right now.
Oh, they about to go right now? All right. All right. Well, like I said, let's Yashar, and make sure that you kind of go. I mean, I know you have everything up on the screen, but if you don't mind, Yashar, please go kind of slow, or at least really enunciate.
Need more time.
For real.
If I gotta go slow, I'm gonna need more time.
No, I just need you to enunciate very well the scripture verses that you're given, okay? That's all. Like, say it, Deuteronomy 32 and 21. Like, just say it real clear. Because Bonnie Tay was like, he was real fast with it, but you know. just so we can hear you. But let's see how you do. You're pretty good with this. I think so. I think you do well. But just to get heads up so that the judges can hear you, so that they know that you all are substantiating whatever verses that you guys are bringing out. So whenever you start talking, it's on you. You got it.
So this is not the debate topic, but it's a little information that I got. This is my opening. So we're going to see, according to this man, who the Gentiles are. He said he went to all of these sources. So you're going to go to this source right here. Y'all can see very clearly this is the Britannica. Now, why he didn't show you the information, I ain't going to go there. But I'm going to show you what he didn't show you, right? It's going to say half of what he said, but then it's going to say some things that he didn't want you to understand, right? It's the reason why people just talk and don't show no information. So right here it says Gentile, right? From the Britannica. Person who is not Jewish, right? Who is not Yahudim, who is not Southern Kingdom, right? Got it. The word stems from the Hebrew term goy, which means a nation, and was applied both to, let's blow this up a little bit, to the Hebrews, and to any other nation. Man, who is talking while I'm debating, fam? Who doing that? Man, hold up. Hold up. Who just did that, man?
They gone.
Can
They
you
gone.
stop
They
the
got kicked.
time while he
They
figure this
gone.
out?
Yo, man. I don't know what's going on, but look, we gonna have to fix this, fam, because I ain't. Look, man.
I think you should kind of like calm down and be at peace, right? That was taken care of. Sometimes the people will drop down out of the boxes, as you already know. You've been a judge. You've also been been a judge and a participant. People drop down and people will come up. So that was uh, two tribes who popped up on the panel. So it's taken care of, right?
Strong, can you show the time?
Yeah. So we will definitely get your time together. You know we don't play
Hey,
type of
boy.
games over here. But my apologies for that. Whoever is on the panel, the boxes are locked. So you will have an additional minute for your time. Okay? Is that well?
All right. All right. So look, this is what it says. And apply both to the Hebrews and to any other nation. Going to another source, right? So we get an understanding of what the source is, right? This is a concordance from a Bible, right? That breaks down the Hebrew. It's called the Lexic Concordance, right? And within this information, we get a chance to see what this goy is. You see, this is the H1471, right? You see here in the orange, we have the Brown's Briggs Old Testament Hebrew Lexicon, right? At the bottom in the purple, we have the Strong's, right? So those are two concordance. Then we have the grammar, right? Pronunciation, etymology, right? This is very, very important when it comes down to understanding what this word represents, right? So let's see. It says here, number one, nation and people, right? Number 1A, nation and people, right? Number 1A1, usually of non-Hebrew people. Got it. That's what Bonnie Tay said. But he didn't say this. 1A2, of descendants of Abraham. Why you didn't mention that? 1A3, also of Israel. So now, family, he didn't mention nothing about Abraham nor Israel being goys or Gentiles. So that means that if it's in the grammar, right, the etymology of the word, not just the definition, because the etymology goes deeper, right? If it's in the etymology of the word, then that means that it's in the scriptures. That means that we have to understand, when is it talking about Israelites, descendants of Abraham, right? When is it talking about these individuals as Gentiles? This is what we gonna understand according to the scriptures. What Boney Tay didn't break down according to the definition. So you got to go a little bit deeper than that, young man. Got to go a little bit deeper than that. But I'm gonna show you how we do this seriously, right? So we're gonna get out of here because that's all we need to know in there, right? We just want to get a little understanding of that and get to the slide, right? Because I got a few questions for you, right? Something that we didn't get a chance to do yesterday, right? So here it says, this is Acts 28. This is Paul. Paul says, be it known, therefore, unto you, right? You. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to heathens? Or is he talking to his brethren? We're going to find out. He says, to you, that the salvation of Yahweh is sent unto the Gentiles, and that they will hear it. I just showed you that Gentiles refer to Abraham's descendants and to Israelites. We know, according to our history, right, that we're scattered to the four corners of the earth. But before Judah was scattered to the four corners of the earth, the northern kingdom separated themselves during the Assyrian captivity, right? So that means that they spread out before Judah was spread to the four corners of the earth. So this is why we see to the Jew first and to the Gentile, right? Or to the Jew first and then the Greek. We all understand that the world has never been known as Greeks, right? But this is what Paul addresses in the New Testament, which he thought I was going to run from. But he's going to find out who I am tonight. A lot of y'all going to find out who Paul is tonight, because y'all misunderstand his information, and we're going to clear it up tonight, right? So let's move on. This is Romans. This is some more information from Paul, right? This is Romans 11:11. He says, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? Yahweh forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness?
1 minute.
For I speak to you, Gentiles. He's speaking to the Gentiles, right? He's not speaking to Romans, but he's speaking to the Gentiles. Why he not speaking to all of Rome? We're going to figure that one out too, right? And as much as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. If by any means I provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and I save some of them. So did we understand that Paul is a Gentile? Or is he apostle of the Gentiles, being of what flesh? Benjamin? That means he's of the tribe of Yahusharah, right? That's what that means. That means that he's not a Gentile of the heathen nation. So who is he seeking after? The lost sheep. Yahushua told him to go to the lost sheep, not to the Gentiles. I land my plane.
Time.
Beautiful from both debaters. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes, you on mute.
well. Yes, I know. Can y'all hear me now? I'm good.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, loud and clear.
man. Oh my goodness, Bonnie Tay. So now we're going into your first round. Let me do Humble Mystic change clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I know, Ali. Yes. So we going into the first round now. That was our opening statements from both of our presenters tonight. That was some good stuff. We got a lot of scriptures. We got a lot of information going out. You know, a lot of premises. This is being laid. So now we need y'all to stand on it, 10 toes down. What's up?
His judges need their
Yeah.
time, right? Contractually.
Mm. Huh?
You got it right
Yeah,
now while she talking.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. You got some time. So listen here. We got another debate coming up on January, right, 25th. That'll be between Vanonymous and Ashe. She's gonna have to come in on the foo-foo page, but she's still gonna handle this debate though. Let Humbu, you gotta change clothes. Let me know when you change clothes. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead into the Shay, right? Their debate is whether or not the Earth is 6 million trillion gazillion billion years old. So this is going to be a little bit different, a different topic, which is something that we do, right? We're going to take on all types of debate topics. So if you or anybody else knows another debate that you all want to have, DTCS is absolutely available for you. But I want to go ahead and hurry up and get into this first round. First round. Bonite, whenever you start talking, it is on you. You have 8 minutes for your first round. 8 minutes for your first round.
Yeah. All right. My opponent made a mistake, and he wants to deter from the conversation because he said I didn't show any facts, but I actually did state the facts. It's this is found in every dictionary. I don't want to go into that, but let me just get into the New Testament. Let's get to Bible. Let's get to Bible real quick. Because he went to Paul, which was a big mistake. Paul says, Romans 1:16 says, I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. Now, you have to change the English language and say everyone doesn't mean everyone, it's only the Gentiles, only not. No, okay. Everyone who believes, for the Jew first and also for the Greek. Now, here's the problem. He first said that the Gentile is a Hebrew. Now, Paul is saying that it's also for the Greek. He forgot that. That's Romans 1:16. He says the salvation for the Jew first and also for the Greek. So the Greek definitely is not a Gentile. It's definitely not. So, and here's another problem. First Timothy 1 says this. It says, first of all, I urge that supplication, prayers, and intercessions and thanksgiving may be made for all people. Now we have a problem here. The Bible is teaching that we should pray for all people, whereas he believes the salvation is only for the Jews. That's a problem. If we're praying for all people and or not all people are going to be saved, then what's the point? This definitely not scriptural. It's going against scripture. Now, I want to go back to the Old Testament here real quick and just show him something that he might have not studied maybe before, but I'm going to show him something. But Numbers 13 verse 3 and 26 says, so it says, so at the Lord's commandment, Moses sent out the desert of Paran all the people and the leaders of Israel and their names from the tribe of Reuben, Shuma and Zukra, verse 5, from the tribe of Salmon, Sapa and Hori, from the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jesna. I'm not saying that right. Yeah. So this is what I want to stick to. Caleb, the son of Jethna. If you look at the word Jethna was a Kezarite. This is back in Exodus. Caleb is a leader in the tribe of Israel, whereas he was not an Israelite. This is a problem. This is a contradiction according to my opponent here, because it says it's only for the Israel. We see this picture in the Old Testament too. It says Jesna was a Kezarite, which was one of the tribes listed in the Promised Land, which God made a covenant with Abraham. The reference is Genesis 15:9. I'm going to stick to Numbers here. Numbers 32 verse 12 says, except the son of Jethna, the Zechonite, Joshua the son of Nun, who fully followed the Lord. The Zechonite was a clan whose land was promised to Abraham along with other Canaanite tribes. So the Canaanite were definitely not Israelites. This is literal evidence right here, and my brother's going to have to deal with this. So when we conclude here, we see that um, that there is the word Caleb. If you look at the word Caleb, the definition of the word Caleb means dog. It literally means that. My opponent didn't know that, but the word Caleb means dog. If you translate it, it's translated in the Hebrew lexicon. So if the word Caleb is translated as dog, and we go back to the New Testament, I wish I had this reference. I'm doing this. I wish I had this reference because there was a woman. I might have written it down, but there was a woman in the Gospels, which asked Jesus to give her the crumbs, and Jesus replied and said that even he said the food is only for the children, but not the dogs. She said even the dogs will lick. I'll find that reference and I will go back to that. But this is very very tied to the scripture because Caleb was not an Israelite again, and I'm going to stick to that, and he was numbered as the leader in the tribes of Israel. My opponent is going to have to deal with that. Now, let's jump back to the New Testament real quick, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go back to this Romans 1:1 says, Paul a seven says Romans 1:1 says, Paul a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, set apart from God's gospel, which was promised beforehand through the prophets in the Holy Scriptures concerning his son, who was a descendant of David according to the flesh, was declared to be the Son of God according to the power of Spirit of holiness from the dead, Jesus Christ, through whom we have received apostleship to bring obedience to the faith sake for his name among all nations, not just one nation, not just the Hebrew. Does it say the Israelite nation? It says all nations, right? Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world. Not does it say only the Israelites? Maybe if you see an Israelite, you should go to them. It says all nations. Right? This is laughable, but it says all nations. And then Peter speaking to Cornelius in Acts 10 was an actual problem. This is what happened. Acts 10 verse 34, 10:34 says, so Peter opened his mouth and said, truly I understand that God shows no partiality, no difference, no partiality. But in every nation, whoever, in what nation, well, maybe I'm not reading that well. 35, this is Acts 10, verse 10, verse 35. It says, but in every nation, maybe I'm not looking at that well. Maybe it's just saying the Hebrew Israelite nation. No, in every nation, whoever fears him, he accepts. This is what it says. My opponent is going to have to change that and say, well, nation just means this. Or no, in every nation, right? That the word of that the word in every nation, right? This is very very clear. Acts 11 verse 6. It says the apostles and the apostles and the believers throughout Judea heard that the Gentiles had received the word. I know he tried to change the word Gentile, but I've already given my facts what the Gentiles are.
1 minute.
It says the apostles and believers throughout Judea heard that the Gentiles has received the word of God. So Peter went up to Jerusalem and circumcised believers to him and said, and they said, you went in the house of circumcised and ate with them. So these people were having a problem with what Peter had done. He went to uncircumcised people, which were non-Jews, and he ate with them. And they were asking questions, what's going on? And then Peter told them, like, no, this is what happened. I got a vision, right? This is in the book of Acts 11. I got a vision. God showed me that whoever believes him in every nation, he will accept. And they still didn't get that. This is the whole point of the book of Acts, right? I'm just gonna end it right there. But my opponent's gonna have to deal with that. Gonna deal with Caleb. Gonna have to deal with every nation. He's gonna have to deal with the Greek. All right, thank you.
Well, Ishar, you got a lot of stuff to deal with. It is now your rebuttal round. You have 6 minutes to rebut, and then you will go into your first minute round, and then Boniface, you will rebut. Okay?
Yep.
Ishar, are you there?
Y'all can hear me?
Y'all in the comments going psycho. I just need y'all to know that, right? 'Cause,
Yeah, they going
bruh.
ham. No
Damn.
pun intended.
Damn. Yeah, y'all are. I ain't
Okay.
gonna hold you. But y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm not discriminating. See, because over here at DTCS, just don't disrespect the general consensus of the people on the panel. You know, how them people came in here earlier. We don't kick and mute people here at DTCS. We would
Yeah.
like for you all, encourage you all to, share the live to all of your counterparts and all your friends and fans here on Bigo. Tell them to come on through and enjoy this debate and receive all the information that they can. And don't forget, it will be televised. So you can find it uploaded on YouTube by tomorrow. All right, y'all? So let's get it popping. Yashar, whenever you start speaking, you got your 6-minute time for your rebuttal round.
All right. This dude said a lot. He said a whole lot. Wasn't really clear about a lot of stuff he was saying, but I'm gonna try and work with some of the stuff he was saying. So he went to Romans 1:16. His talking points was everyone who believes.
Pause. Why y'all not cammed up? Why you not? What? I can't see you. Where you at? Cam up.
Yeah, at least while y'all
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah. That's
everybody,
what I'm talking about.
talking about everybody who
All right.
believes. Believers. He was talking about Romans being believers, Bonite. Because last time I checked, the Romans didn't enter Jerusalem to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. So I'm not sure how they're going to be believers, brother. But I guess you're going to break that down for us in your next round, right? Another thing, when Paul was dealing with the Greeks are definitely understood to be Gentiles, my brother. They are definitely understood to be Gentiles. Absolutely. Right? You know why? One reason is because they don't practice the law, statutes, and commandments. Two, right? They have a different custom than what we have at home. You understand that. They have different gods that they worship. They have different way of saying things, meaning that a different dialect. So yes, they would do everything the opposite of Yahushua. So that would make them Gentiles according to the definition, right? In the practice, right? So that means that if a Judean, right? Because there were Jews in the land of the Greeks. You do understand that. Because it was some Jews that tried to stone Paul along with the Greeks and the Gentiles, as we both understand they're the same people. Why were they amongst each other there if they didn't have no relations with each other? Now, mind you, this is a worshiping area that the Jews and the Greeks and the Gentiles was amongst. This is where Paul went. He went there. He didn't go into the cities of Rome. He went to where the Gentiles and the Greeks were. That's according to scripture, right? Another mistake you made, right? Let's do this.